Well guys, a lot of things happened with just a single announcement from Nintendo this morning. A Twitter Direct is officially in motion and the Switch 2 is nowhere to be seen once again. And it looks like it's not going to be seen in a very long time. Nintendo just announced the definitive edition of Xenoblade Chronicles X coming from the Wii U as one of the last major Wii U games I feel like fans really wanted. And now every single Xenoblade game is officially on Nintendo Switch to play, which is pretty magnificent when you think about it. But it goes way further than this one announcement. This one announcement gives us a further insight as to what to expect for the coming months, what to expect from next year, and also what to expect from this beloved Switch 2 that we've been waiting so long to hear about, which as of right now seems like just a pipe dream. But first I want to thank today's sponsor, World of Warships Legends. World of Warships Legends is a massive multiplayer free-to-play console game for naval battle enthusiasts. You will find historical accurate ships as well as some fun collaborations. Scout and destroy your enemies with powerful warships that take full advantage of the power and capabilities of home console gaming. But it's now spooky season in the world of Warships, with an awesome new Halloween update for you to enjoy. There's a new main villain with Rasilia Rasputina, 3 brand new commanders, each with their unique abilities and ship designs, Halloween crates and shadow coins for you to unlock, and of course exclusive rewards from the terrifying Behemoth of the Depths camo to last year's legendary ships that offers tons of Halloween themed treasures. As you're out in the seas fighting against the great Rasputina, you can even check out the daily event calendar and the new Halloween crates where you can earn cool rewards like shadow coins and exclusive ships. But if you want to take your talents to the seas and try out World of Warships Legends for yourselves, all you have to do is click on the link in the description down below. Plus, being a newcomer comes with tons of rewards, such as the American Tier 3 Premium Battleship Arkansas, plus many more where that comes from. Once again, just click the link in the description down below to join the battle for yourself and jump in on all the anniversary awards. And big thanks once again to World of Warships Legends for sponsoring today's video. Well, this was certainly a random day for an announcement. On October 29th, one of the last days of the month, and everybody's sitting and speculating when they're gonna see the Switch 2 reveal announcement, and this pops up instead, was definitely something I don't think any of us expected. But it's something that I know a lot of Nintendo fans have been waiting for. So this now gives us our official 3rd game of the year, outside of Pokemon, which would be our 4th, but we now have Donkey Kong Country Returns HD, Xenoblade Chronicles X, and of course, Metroid Prime 4, Beyond. But I'm more concerned with the release date, because as I thought this would be a February game, this is almost towards the end of March. This is March 20th of 2025. This immediately tells me that everyone is just incredibly wrong when it comes to when this Switch 2 is going to come out. Everyone claiming still March or early next year. That does not seem to be the case, and a lot of more evidence is now backed up because of this announcement. Everyone likes to completely poop on Samus Hunter on Twitter, but so far they've been the only ones like the last 4 months that have been correct about anything. She actually comes to Twitter a couple of days ago before any of this was announced and states, "Everyone is eagerly awaiting the reveal of the Switch successor, but get ready because before its launch, Nintendo has many more titles planned for the first console." She even then responds to somebody in the comments as someone says like, "What, a little teasing, question mark?" And she says this app itself is a teaser, obviously referring to we're getting reveals through Twitter itself, which means the Twitter Direct has officially started. Now, Nintendo normally does this when they don't have any big shows or directs that they want to air. When they just have a couple of titles that they want to get out, this is normally when they do it. They just start dropping random things on Twitter, and odds are a lot of these games that are still to come are smaller scale projects, things like ports, remakes, or even remasters. And as this year was full of some old games, it looks like next year will also be, at least for the first half of the year, because we're starting the year off in January with Donkey Kong Country Returns HD, which is like the 3rd time it's returning, and then in March we're having Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. So there's a good chance on Twitter sometime soon we could be getting more about Donkey Kong. I kinda doubt it though, considering the fact it's still very early. We're still a couple months out, so maybe they'll wait a little longer. There's not much else they need to share about this game after all. However, the big one that I think a lot of people are waiting for now then is Metroid Prime 4, because if Nintendo can show off some games on Twitter, why not show off more information on this one? Probably their biggest upcoming release that we know about so far. That would be pretty awesome, and I know Nintendo's already announced this is coming to Switch 1, but I just really had a piece of me inside really hoped that this was a Switch 2 game. I wanted to run the best that it possibly can and look the best that it possibly can, and I wanted it to be a big first title for Switch 2 to really get new players into this thing and really sell as much as it possibly could. But unfortunately, it's looking like it very well might just be an end of the life cycle Switch 1 game. But like I said, no matter what everyone have been saying online, all these supposed leakers and rumors, it's officially over. And I agree, I get it, it is tiring to keep hearing all these rumors and the same cycle continues and nothing happens. So I am putting my foot down. No more rumors, at least for this year. We're moving on to next year because nothing is happening this year, it looks like, from Nintendo. I hope I'm wrong. Maybe this is just a start of something else that's going to happen later on. Maybe Nintendo decides to reveal Switch 2 or announce it at the end of the day or something crazy. But it's looking extremely unlikely with this Xenoblade Chronicles X announcement. And like I said, with this filling up that March time slot, we're not seeing Switch 2 probably until summer, the very earliest for a release, which probably means they could go as far as to the holiday season of 2025, which sounds like a dreaded nightmare, I know, but it's the reality of things. But of course, this gets me wondering now, if there are multiple more Switch 1 games on the way, and there are more smaller scale games like remakes, remasters, or even ports, what else is left? Well, let's look at Wii U games. There has been an updated trademark for Kirby and the Rainbow Curse about a couple of months ago, so that one could definitely slip in. Maybe it's more motion control based instead of obviously having a gamepad, or maybe you can play it in handheld and still use the screen, because we know the Switch can utilize its touchscreen features. We also have Yoshi's Woolly World, which is probably one that I'm hoping for. It's a really good game, but it is also on the 3DS. It could be like a similar situation to Donkey Kong Country Returns HD, giving us a Yoshi's Woolly World HD or something along those lines. It's probably one of my favorite Yoshi games out of all the bunch, and it's definitely better than Crafted World on Switch. Sorry, I said it. Nintendo Land is another one. It is a hugely overrated game. It is so good, but it does utilize the gamepad a lot for a lot of its games. So unless they change the control scheme, I don't know if this one will ever make a return, unfortunately. And the last one you really have is Star Fox Zero. Obviously not a single Star Fox game being on Switch, and I really hope this isn't the case because this game is good, but it's not great. It's a very short game, and it doesn't have a whole lot of replayability, so I'm hoping that they just make a brand new Star Fox and really go all out on it. But this is still a good choice game to end the Switch with, if you ask me. And there's some other Wii U titles in there as well that I didn't mention, things like Game & Wario, but those are the key games that I think are left in that circle. And of course, there's two beloved ones that fans are still to this day waiting for. After so many years, 8 years of Nintendo Switch, we're still waiting for Wind Waker and Twilight Princess. Are these games going to come over? I mean, literally, all they have to do is be ported over to the Switch, and Nintendo still hasn't done so. So maybe this is now the perfect opportunity for them to just shadow drop something like this on Twitter in the next couple of months, so we're just going to have to wait and see. Shoot, there's still 3DS games that can be brought over as well, like we just got with Donkey Kong Country Returns, with Luigi's Mansion 2. There's still others that definitely need to be here, like Kirby's Triple Deluxe, Planet Robobot. I would really like if both of them were like in one collection pack, and then they added some extra stuff to those as well. HAL Labs is really good at bringing back old games. They did a really great job with bringing back Kirby's Return to Dreamland by adding the Magalore game mode and tons of mini games and stuff. So I'm really hoping that there is some extra content and some fun things added if they do bring these games back, and it just seems like something that's a perfect time for as well. You know what else is time for? Kid Icarus Uprising. For goodness sake, please Nintendo, just bring this game to the Switch. Sakurai wants it, we want it. This is a great way to revitalize this franchise again and just see how many people are excited about it. It's such a good game and deserves to be on modern hardware and in HD on a home console. Please, please, please let this be one of the games that are being brought back, and man, I can't tell you how happy I would actually be. We have Tomodachi Life, which is a game that I know a lot of people have been clamoring for. I've been reading your comments, and a lot of you guys are huge fans of this game and want to see it return in some capacity, so that could be a good release. We also have Link Between Worlds. Yes, we just got Echoes of Wisdom, so another top-down 2D Zelda game might not click with enough players, but it is a really good game, and we normally have at least one Zelda-related game a year, so for that being the game for next year would make a lot of sense. Or just bring back Rhythm Heaven. Yes, we had Mega Mix on the 3DS, but I just really hope there's a new Rhythm Heaven coming, and this is like the perfect time frame to have something like that. Like, that could be a really good January or February release next year alongside Donkey Kong Country Returns HD, but We're just gonna have to wait and see if Nintendo has any plans for any other older games coming back. But yeah, it looks like we could be in store for some more remakes and remasters, but I know, a lot of us are just tired of them. We've had the whole year pretty much this year with tons of remakes and remasters. Nintendo did give us some new titles towards the end of the year, and I'm still so excited for Brothership. Literally, it's my most anticipated title in recent years, but still, yes, I was very much looking forward to the future of Nintendo and seeing what big games are along the pipeline, but it looks like we're going to have to wait until probably next year for a Switch 2 reveal now. Today was the last possible chance, and I guess you could say maybe later tonight is the last possible chance. 5 p.m. Eastern Time is the latest I think Nintendo has revealed something like this before. So yeah, I think it's time to throw in the towel and move on to Team 2025, officially with everybody. I'll make an official video on this whole thing, but yeah, it is a sad note, but at the end of the day, what can you do? We just have to wait for when it's time for Nintendo. But let me know what you're most looking forward to from this, what looks to be a Twitter Direct happening currently. And thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe before you head out. And like always, I'll see you all on the next one. See ya, guys.